Hi, my name is Lisa Franzen Castle, and I work at UNL Panhandle Research and Extension Center as the Extension Nutrition Specialist. And my doctorate's in nutrition, and I'm also a registered dietitian. Thank you for joining this podcast series on my pyramid, Steps to a Healthier You. And this one is going to focus on the fruit group. And so the fruit group is the red slice of the pyramid. And the foods that you typically think of are, apples and grapes and citrus fruits. And so again, when we talked about vegetables, we talked about how it can be lots of different forms. So they can be fresh, they can be canned, frozen, dried, and they could be whole, cut up, or even pureed. So there's lots of different forms to choose from depending on your preference. And when we talk about my pyramid recommendations for fruit, again, the amount needed depends on your age, your gender, and your level of physical activity. And so for women, we look at the 19 to 30-year-old range, it's 2 cups, and then 31 on, it's 1.5 cups. For men, from 19 to 51 plus, it is 2 cups across the board. So that one's pretty easy to remember. No matter what age you are for a guy, it's 2 cups. And we look at what counts as a cup. These are not as bad as the grains. Again, they're more like vegetables. It kind of makes sense, for amount that counts as a cup, a half of a large apple or 1 small apple, that's 1 cup. For a banana, a small apple. For a banana, a small banana is about a half cup. And for a large banana, that equals 1 cup. Grapes, it takes quite a bit of grapes to equal a half or 1 cup. So it takes about 16 seedless grapes to be a half cup, whereas it takes 32 seedless grapes to be 1 cup. For an orange, 1 small orange equals a half cup, and then 1 large orange equals 1 cup. And then for strawberries, about 8 large strawberries equals 1 cup. So when you think about the recommendations we just talked about, which is anywhere from 2 to 1.5 cups depending on your gender and your age, it doesn't take a whole lot to get 2 cups. If you eat 1 small apple and 1 large banana, you have fit your need for the day. So it's really easy to get your daily recommendation when it comes to fruit. So why is it important to eat fruit? Well, they're naturally low in fat, sodium, and calories, so they're a great snack, and none of them have cholesterol. And then also, there are several fruits that have a lot of potassium. And potassium is related to having a healthy and manageable blood pressure. So there's an association there between potassium and a healthy blood pressure. So sources that have it are bananas, prunes, and prune juice, dried peaches and apricots, cantaloupe, honeydew melon, and also orange juice. And so also, again, fiber, it comes up again. Fiber is so important. So it reduces your blood cholesterol levels, it lowers your risk for heart disease, and it's also, again, important for proper bowel function. So you can get fiber from your grains, your vegetable groups, and your fruits. There's lots of different choices when it comes to getting more fiber in your diet. I'd also want to talk about what are some tips to help you eat fruits. Well, one thing is to make them handy, make them accessible, which is something we talked about with the vegetables too. Making it accessible means having it on the counter, having it on the table, or in the refrigerator so that you see it and you're reminded of it and you have it all around you. Also, you could refrigerate cut up fruit for later. So it's ready to go, it's ready to snack on, and it's easy and convenient. Also, like I talked about with vegetables, buying them fresh and in season is going to most likely reduce the cost and have them at peak flavor. So again, there's that website that I found for the state of Nebraska and when things are more or less likely to be in season, kind of as a guideline. And also try to buy fruits in different forms. You can buy them dried, they could be frozen, or they could be canned. So something to think about with canned is that you want to make sure it's canned in water or in juice. Because if it's canned in syrup, you're going to get a bunch of extra junk that you don't need. So if you do buy canned fruit, make sure it's in water or juice. And then again, also buying in different forms, that includes fresh too. And consider convenience. It's always something you want to think about when you're trying to incorporate new foods or add new foods to your diet. You could buy pre-cut packages of fruit for a healthy snack in seconds. Maybe you have a really busy week and you just don't think you're going to have time to do it yourself, to cut things up. They've got lots of options when it comes to pre-cut things that you can buy in the grocery store. And also make sure, again, that you choose packaged fruits that don't have a lot of added sugars. So again, the label thing. Label is your friend. Don't be afraid to use it. Tips to help eat fruits. We're going to talk about specific meals like breakfast. So topping your cereal with bananas or peaches, and I know I still do this to this day, is add sliced bananas to my cereal because my grandma always used to do it when I would hang out with her in the summers. She would always put fruit on her cereal. So now it's something that I do too. And then you could add blueberries to pancake mix, or you could use strawberries or any kind of berries. There's all kinds of options. I know we've cut up and chopped strawberries and put it right into the batter, and it was delicious. And if you drink juice, make it 100% juice. If you go to the juice aisle, just like the bread aisle, there are so many different choices and different brands. If you turn it around and look at that label, a lot of the juice is going to say contains 10% juice, which means the other 90% is added sugars and things that you don't really need. So if you're going to drink juice, try and make it 100% so you're getting the full benefit out of it. And also maybe try a fruit mixed with low fat or fat-free yogurt. That's also another thing, another twist to try something new. When you're at lunch, try packing a tangerine, a banana, or grapes to take with you to work. If you're out and you have a salad bar available to you, try taking fruits off the salad bar. Also, individual containers of fruits like peaches, pineapples, or applesauce are another good option for someone who's on the go and you just want to be able to grab something and put it in your lunch pail or whatever you need for the day. For dinner, one of the things that I found was really interesting was adding pineapple to coleslaw. If that's something you like, try adding some fruit into it just to spice it up a little bit. Or include mandarin oranges, strawberries, apples, or grapes in a salad. Like I said, one of my favorite salads has apples and strawberries in it, and it was an experiment, and I ended up really liking it because it was different textures and different flavors. Also, meat dishes that include fruit, like chicken with apricots or mango chutney. Trying something like, if you're going to have chicken for dinner, try adding some kind of fruit salsa or something to it. It'll make it really interesting, and you've added fruit to something you're already eating. Also, like with the vegetable kebabs, you could do fruit kebabs. If you like to grill, it would be something fun to do and add a different twist to your barbecue meal. Now, this is the part where everybody usually likes the best. Dessert, the favorite part of the meal. And so this is a really good place to insert fruit if you're having a hard time incorporating it into your meals. You could have baked apples, pears, or a fruit salad. And usually when I ask people if they like ice cream, I'd say 90% of the people in the audience raise their hand. This is a place where you could also add fruit. This is where you could have frozen fruit on hand and you could add it to your ice cream. Maybe take half of the ice cream you usually do and fill up the other half with fruit. So you still get to have your ice cream, and you have automatically increased the fiber, the vitamins, and the nutrients that you are consuming. So it's a fun way to keep your ice cream but still increase your fruit intake at the same time. And then also as snacks, cut up fruit. You could cut them yourself, or like I said before, try getting pre-cut packages to make it easy on yourself. And you could all try whole fresh berries or grapes. That's another easy thing to snack on. Dried fruits, if you don't have a refrigerator at work or you don't have access or you're worried about things spoiling, they're easy to carry and they store really well. And there's lots of variety to choose from. They've got apricots, apples, pineapple, bananas, cherries, figs. There's just all kinds of dried fruits that you could experiment and try. So there's no excuses. You could always find a way to increase fruit into your diet. And also more snack ideas, peanut butter and apple slices. I would have to say this is one of my favorite snacks, is the green apples with peanut butter, or also apples or strawberries with cheese is also really good. And you can have your dairy and your fruit at the same time. And also frozen juice bars, make sure they're 100% juice. So this is again a place where you need to read the label. They do have 100% juice bars that are really tasty, and they have actual like whole pieces of frozen fruit, like the strawberry ones are my favorite. So it's a good alternative to just regular old popsicles or things like that. It's got a health factor to it, and it's still really tasty. And also some tips to help eat fruits, make it more appealing. So again, using a fruit with a dip or a dressing. Try low-fat yogurt or pudding as a dip for like strawberries or melons. And also you could try making a fruit smoothie. You can blend fat-free or low-fat milk or yogurt with fresh frozen fruit like bananas, peaches, and strawberries. And I went online and looked, and there are tons of recipes that you can choose from. They've got all kinds of sites with fruit smoothies that you can look at. And also trying different textures. So like the apples are crunchy, bananas are smooth and creamy, oranges are juicy. So again, trying different things and trying different mixtures to see what you like best and what fits your personal preference. And also fresh fruit salads. So you can mix things like apples and bananas or pears with acidic fruits, like oranges, pineapples, or lemon juice. And that way it keeps them from turning brown. So you know after you cut up apples and not too long after that they start to get the brown yucky appearance? If you put it with an acidic fruit, that's not going to happen. It's going to maintain its appearance, and it's going to be a really tasty salad for people to try. So in summary, for what we talked about today, it's important to focus on fruits. And just like with vegetables, don't be afraid to expand your color palette and try new things. And try new mixtures with your breakfast, with your lunch, with your dinner, and with your dessert, and with your snacks. Again, try buying them in season because they're probably going to cost less and they're probably going to taste better. And also find creative ways to incorporate fruit into the foods you already eat anyway. So you don't have to make a drastic overhaul of your diet. You can take a look at the things you're already doing and find ways to insert fruit into those foods. So thanks for watching, and remember to be brave and broaden your food horizons.